Okay, hello everybody. Back again with another new game. Physical Elysium. Looking forward to this. I was told this is really good. Friends Hark and Rabbit played, so I'm probably gonna turn down the volume a little bit. Let's put it all about here. Right. I think that should be good. Full English language. That's nice. Streaming replaces certain copyrighted piece of music with alternate tracks. Safe for streaming. Hey, we'll do that. Just to be safe. You know, we need to be safe with this. I hope this will be fine. Let's get to a tree if there's any players and solicit advice. I want to take this bump to set some boundaries. The technical I'll go with that, just so I know what I'm looking for. Okay, cool. That should be good. I don't know if I need anything else. Just to be safe. Alright. Yeah. Let's see how this goes. New game. Select archetype. Thinker. Extremely intelligent, very bad with people. Has interesting facts, comes up with original ideas. Sensitive. Very psychological. A magnetic personality, but unstable. Might begin to lose his mind. That's fun. Physical. Extremely physical. Interacts with the world through his body. Gets things done, but dumb as rock. And I can create my own. Let's go with create our own. Oof. Okay. Irritating to one. Okay. All the way up to 6. Go with a good intellect, average sight, weak physical, average motor, maybe? More intellect, but we're not really horrible at all things. Maybe this'll be good. I guess we're a detective, from what little Hark and Rabbit have told me. So I think it'd be good to have intellect. Maybe even good intellect, good psych. With weak physics, weak motor. Try to get out of tough situations with my brain and charming personality, maybe. Yeah, let's not go with that. Let's try this. 4 int, 4 psych, 3 motor. If I really have to min-max it, then I might go with this. But let's go with this, maybe. That should be fine, I think. Let's go with this. We'll go with this makeup for right now. Oh, goodness. Okay, signature skills. logic, intellectual power to reduce the world. Intelligence base 4, risk is 0, blocks from 0. Call upon all your knowledge, produce fascinating trivia. Rhetoric, practice the art of persuasion, and enjoy rigorous intellectual. Cool for analyze pure rational, obviously. Got out of the case, and piece evidence together, detect inconsistencies in statements, and press everyone through astonishing conclusions. It's the bread and butter of many a detective. At high levels, logic will be able to solve even the most complicated puzzle. You'll be very proud and less susceptible to intellectual flattery. Those blinded by their own brilliance often miss important clues. With low levels of logic, you're going to have a hard time solving the simplest puzzle, even if you're on a piece, is good luck putting them together. No, to enter a database of facts, enables you to drop in those facts neatly, offers a reference background knowledge to all things related and unrelated to your case. Who knows when the history of cigarette brands will provide the breakthrough you need to arrest a murderer, or when knowledge of pre-revolutionary guns might save a life. High levels encyclopedia shares their wealth of knowledge to an almost overwhelming degree. While it may give you crucial breakthroughs, and more often will clutter your mind with useless tidbits. With low levels of encyclopedia, though, you'll be forced to work with only the clues in front of you. Without any background knowledge, coping is going to be tough stuff. Rhetoric urges you to debate, make intellectual discourse, nitpick and win. It enables you to break down arguments and hear what people are really saying. You'll spot fallacies as soon as they're used. What exactly did the waiter leave out of their testimony? What was the dancer trying to divert you from? Was that double entendre intended, or did you just get an accidental lead? At high levels, rhetoric will make you an impressive political beast, one whose beliefs are impenetrable, which is to say, one whose mind will not change. One who will calcify. With low rhetoric, though, you'll have a hard time of shooting down any argument. Nailing people to their testimonies will be nigh impossible. Drama urges you to treat the world as a stage and on it to perform. It enables you to lie, to concoct the most elaborate and wonderful stories, to take on ingenious personas and perform acts of stagecraft in an entertaining amalgam of foray and deceit. As well, it enables you to see through would-be actors and their false antics. If they lie, you'll know immediately. At high levels, drama may render you an insufferable thespian, one prone to hysterics and bouts of paranoia. For to know the world is a stage is to know that truth is a vanity. However, with low drama, you can't lie, or discern when others lie. And a cop who can't do either is a cop who's soon going to be lying 6 feet under. Conceptualization has a special role if you want to play in this world. Not the role of a cop, but of an art cop. It enables you to make fresh associations, to delve into world concepts from Jan Karp's postmodernist to and even the concept of hardcore. And then, importantly, to add your own contribution to these works. At high levels, conceptualization makes you go big, perhaps too big. It is ostentatious, demanding grand displays. Why live life when you can throw yourself into a live volcano? At low levels, however, you'll be unable to see the world in a creative light. You'll be unable to contribute to conversations in an art gallery. Only boring people will invite you to their dust parties. I don't think I want to go to these parties. Visual calculus. Visual calculus versus you not only in the laws of the state, but the laws of nature. It enables you to create virtual crime scene models in your mind's eye. You'll see how a bullet shattered the glass and from that trace its trajectory with mathematical precision. You'll also count so many footprints and at a glance discern shoe size and design, as well as the height, weight, and gender of the one who wore them. At high levels, visual calculus makes the world reveal its secrets to you. but you may be so absorbed by your mind diorama you don't notice as crooks steal your pants. However, at low levels, your mind's eye will be blind. Reconstructing crime scenes will be difficult without outside help. I don't hate this one. I kind of like visual calculus. Do I only choose one? Do I only get one? No? Okay, I only get one. Good to know. Oh, wait. Next. Okay, I can go back whenever. But I'll set it to that for now, because that's cool. Next, in the psych, volition. Hold yourself together, keep your morale up. Cool for sane people, well-adjusted cops, and non-suicidal. Volition urges you to be a good guide to others and to yourself, and enables you to resist temptation, be it in a bottle, between a pair of legs, or at the end of an iron barrel, which promises oblivion. Volition gives you the will to finish the investigation, improving your morale, one of the 2 health pools in the game. At high levels, Volition makes you hyper sane. When you're about to get funky, it keeps you normal. It's a bit of a party pooper. At low levels, however, you'll have a little morale. Without it, you'll be a profoundly unstable cop, falling apart at the seams as you make irreversible mistakes. Inland Empire is the unfiltered wellspring of imagination, emotion, and foreboding. It enables you to grope your way through invisible dimensions of reality, gaining insights into that which sight can't see. What's really going on? What do these enigmatic riddles mean for the world fate? At high levels, Island Empire animates the inanimate. You'll have conversations with your clothing, conversations that may change the course of the investigation if you're not thrown in the loony bin first. With low Island Empire, however, you'll be void of imagination and character. And then how will you shape the cosmos? Empathy. Empathy breaks into the souls of others and forces you to feel what's inside. It enables you to notice social cues others may miss. Perhaps a hidden sadness you could coax out a little more, a strange joy from someone who should be bereaved, or a hidden resentment that could return to harm later. At high levels, empathy really puts you in other people's shoes. You'll cry for their sorrows, punch walls to relieve their anger, and be an even more unstable cop. With low empathy, however, you'll be an ungainly beast unable to talk to anyone without upsetting them. Authority. Authority urges you to assert and reassert your dominance over those around you. It enables you to understand the power dynamics of groups of thugs, know how far you can push a perpetrator, and how to establish control situations. At high levels, authority demands respect. Even a perceived slight could send you into knee-breaking mode. With low authority, however, you're forever in awkward situations, like when you suffer psychological breakdowns after you yell at teenagers and they laugh at you. Esprit de Corps? Esprit de Corps is the very spirit of policing, the Kopgeist. It enables you to understand your blue-souled sisters and brothers, not only by picking up subtle signals from your partner, but by witnessing flash sideways scenes as they play out in your precinct. At high levels, you'll be the very heart of the police force, not only willing and able, but obliged to take a bullet for your partner. However, without Esprit de Corps, you'll be flying blind, unable to understand discreet remarks colleagues make in high-stakes situations, remarks that might just save your life. And suggestion. Suggestion offers a soft power approach. If people think they want what you want, you've already won. This skill enables you to implant ideas into the minds of others. You can make the citizens like you more. You can make gangsters turn on each other, too. Many crime rings have been broken by just a little doubt, after all. At high levels, suggestion makes you affable to everyone and more resistant to their charms in turn. But all that schmoozing and oozing charm will make you slimy, and you'll know it, even if no one else does. With low levels of suggestion, though, you'll have difficulty getting any kind of rapport with others. You'll be alone both during the day and at night. Okay. Endurance is your metabolism and circulatory system, and improves your health, one of the 2 health pools in the game. and enables to survive being a cop. Who cares if you can't aim a gun, if you can take a few bullets? Why be afraid of drugs that hurt your health if you're a very, very healthy man? At high levels, endurance enables you to take a few knocks to the head, enjoy a greater quality of drugs, and shake off a few cardiac arrests. It makes you a powerful man who looks down on the weaklings who can't keep up. However, cops with low endurance are likely to struggle. The body is frail already, and the flesh of a cop will often be tested. And if it doesn't pass, it dies. Pain threshold ignores damage so you can push on, bloodied and crawling to the bitterest end, and enables you to negate damage you would otherwise take. Even mental pain, heartache, and loneliness. In fact, these things can become a thrill you seek out perversely revel in. At high levels, pain threshold turns in on itself in seriously unhealthy ways with full-on self-destructive behavior. With a low pain threshold, however, you will suffer too easily. Even a slap from a teenager will make you whine and complain. Physical instrument. Physical instrument is not only your muscle and your skeleton, it is your ability to use them effectively. It enables you to do push-ups, sit-ups, knockout punches, and 360-degree spin kicks. It's a one-size-fits-all situation to thriving and surviving in a physical world. At high levels, physical instrument breaks doors, chains, and bones, and it makes you laugh at the namby-pansies who can't. You'll be manned up, encouraging others to curl iron until they've manned up too. At low levels, however, you'll have a hard time arresting anyone who isn't infirm or already dead. Indeed, engaging in physical confrontations could leave you in either state. Electrochemistry is the animal within you, the beast lodging to be unleashed to indulge and enjoy. It enables you to take drugs with fewer negative side effects. It also enables you to better investigate lurid matters. If you need to understand a chemical breakdown, or talk to someone blasted out of their minds, or understand sexual dynamics, electrochemistry is there to guide you. At high levels, electrochemistry makes you a man of unrestrained pleasure, an unrepentant Lothario who leers at people with a bottle of speed and a plastic bendy straw in either hand. But with a low electrochemistry, you'll be too innocent to be effective. Without a working knowledge of drugs and sex, the city will be difficult to understand. Shivers. Shivers come when the temperature drops and you become more keenly aware of your surroundings. It enables you to hear the city itself, to truly belong to the streets. It is a supernatural ability. Old wrongs play out in present time. Scenes across the city happen in front of you, but who is speaking to you? High levels, shivers may make you seem mad to the outside world as you listen to the city. You don't listen to others. Your superiors may begin to worry. With the low shivers, though, you'll seldom hear the city speaking to you, and if you can't hear it, how can you ever save it? Half-life. Half-life is your fight or flight response, and enables you to sense the way situations are about to turn. It injects palpable fear into your heart. Fear that urges you to act before it's too late. To act ever again. Fear that makes you frighten others. It is aggression that lets you squeeze every last drop of information out of a witness. At high levels, Half-Life makes you ultra-attuned to the world. It is perpetual fear of your own shadow, of someone else's name or scent. You'll be ready, always, to pounce or physically interrogate passerbys. At low levels, however, you'll find your survival instinct is lacking, and your methods limp-wristed. Those who respect violence will not respect you. Hand-eye coordination loves the interaction between you and things that fly in the air, and enables you to catch coins from mob bosses, shoot straight, and understand firearms intimately. Want to know the precise make and model of a pistol? HE coordination's got you. Want to shoot someone with it? Ditto. A high-level hand-eye coordination makes you deadly. Supposing you have a weapon in your hand, but once you do, hand-eye coordination will compel you to take the shot. Even if it's not the best approach, at low levels, however, you'll be even more of a disaster in waiting. Because when the guns go off, and they always do, you'll probably hit the wrong target. Perception wants you to be open to the world. With eyes, ears, and nose working at full capacity, it enables you to take in what others don't notice. Little wad of bills hid away in the sugar bowl, the odor of a perp hiding beneath the floorboards, and the gulp of a suspect effort claiming they've nothing to hide. At high levels, perception takes in every fine detail of a physical world, enough to overwhelm all but the strongest minds. However, with low levels, you're gonna miss out on everything. After all, you can't arrest what you can't see, hear, or smell. Reaction speed is the agility of your body and mind. It is instinct. It enables you to dodge punches, knives, and bullets. Also, sucker punches of the verbal kind. You'll be more streetwise, never lost for words or lacking a witty comeback. Your mental alacrity lets you connect little details on the fly, working in tandem with your intellect skill. At high levels, reaction speed makes your twitch reflex freakishly good. However, when your body acts before your mind, innocent situations can turn bad fast. You're high-strung, overly alert. At low levels, though, you won't be the one shooting first, which probably means you won't be shooting at all. Shovel fouet, blah, blah, I can't speak. Urges you to be better than you are. It urges you to be disco. Slit by others in a Sumerian boxing style, then tumble out of the back with unexpected acrobatics. It enables you to move with silent footsteps to groove to a good beat and to lift useful evidence off perps without them noticing. It also makes you a cooler cop, whose athletic flair will certainly impress the citizenry. High levels, awful flair will make... Oh, it's frickin'... I know what it is, I just can't say it well. Blah. Will make you the king of cool, which is to say, the most stylish douchebag in Revitral? Nobody will see you until you're ready to be seen, and then they'll get the full treatment, whether they want it or not. At low levels, however, you'll be a bumbling, feckless cop unable to catch a pair of keys thrown by your partner without losing an eye. Interfacing wants you to connect to machines to use and improve them, because that makes you a better human organism. It enables you to understand interactions between machines, be that how to repair the motor of a Kinema motor carriage, how to analyze the way a suspect used a pen, or how to refigure electrical circuits. It even lets you steal keys off a keyring without being noticed. At high levels, interfacing will isolate you from society. Why bother with people when you can talk to machines? And why bother with things like money when you can just pocket that display sandwich? At low levels, however, you will have a critical part of the world cut off from you. People use machines to commit crimes all the time. If you can't understand how a crime was accomplished, how can you solve it? And composure. Composure wants you to not crack. Or at least it wants you to not crack in front of other people. It enables you to put up a strong front, it keeps your emotions hidden from the world, and helps you to read the body language of others, sense the cracks in their own composure. As well, it keeps you looking good while you do it. You'll rock that disco outfit a lot more if you don't slouch. At high levels, composure makes you tuck your gun in and maintain a stern expression. Ugh. Even lying in bed late night when no one else can see you, you'll have to keep it up. You'll never be able to stop with low composure. Though. You'll always be the first to crack. Every cop's got a point when all that fear and rage comes spilling out. And the ones who unleash it don't stay on the force much longer. Perhaps worse still, you won't even make the ranks of fashion police. Alright, still think I'm going to go with visual calculus. I might go one down inside just to bring my physique up to 2. Yeah. 4, 3, 2, 3. I want to have intellect. I feel Alright, I think this'll do. Oh gosh. think my psyche will be the low one. It will be weak, while physique and motorist will be average. I have good intellect. It's just I'm not emotionally intelligent. Yes, we'll go with that. I'm nervous now. Was this a good idea? Well, we're going anyway. The Furies are at home in the mirror. It is their address. Even the clearest water, if deep enough, can drown. Our estimates.
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
Ancient reptilian brain? What?
Ever. Never, ever. An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it. An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful, a ball of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing. Ex-love, ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you've suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyss of pelagic zone. Alright, nothing down to fuck all, Borough. Not you. Your days of giving a shit and being that type of animal are over. Do you really? You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much on yourself, got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
Fear and apprehension. You should ask what's out there first.
There's this giant ball there. And evil apes. And the evil apes are juking it out on the ball. You're one of them. It's basically all just evil apes juking it out on a giant ball. You can't even make out it's a ball when you're juking it out. It's that large. Infinitesimally small. Vying for resources is just a stupid expression you picked up somewhere. The part of the presentation you want to take home with you is this. You have to beat the other evil apes in the face, or you lose. Yes, it is. And you drowned in that sadness a long time ago. You lost.
The sound outside, you recognize it. It's a Caprice Canela motor carriage.
remember. Oh, that's an unfortunate position. How do I? Ooh. Oh, I know what my controls are. Use the controller. Alright, what are my controls? Highlight, zoom in, action, and interact is R1. Okay, I didn't do that. Okay. Where? Let's keep looking. Oh, there we go. Movement, left hand item, right hand item, targeting interactable. Okay, there we go. This magnum-sized bottle of Commander Red is empty. Commodore Red, sorry. Apologize.
This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades. You reach out to grab the tie, but what's this? Diffuse, radiating chest pain. Doom comes over you. This is bad. Feels like sharp stones grinding in your chest and keeping you from moving. For quite a long time. Still ongoing. Now is a good time to start worrying. Finally, the pressure recedes. You find yourself covered in cold sweat and trying not to move, hoping it will keep you from dying. The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now. You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap! It's released from the blade. What you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie, with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose.
This reel-to-reel tape player is still on, rolling empty. Like someone tore out the tape while the song was playing. Yeah.
window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but you see the ocean and some war-torn buildings. What do you mean? Assess the damage. How would you do that? What are you even trying to do?
That was easy, apparently.
The morning light hurts your eyes.
We'll just go with, he's very wonky right now. Bad headache and all that. See bottles in the bathtub, wine, beer, and sweet liqueurs.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door. A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Hot water sprays from the base and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor. As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it. Yeah, there is definitely something wrong with it. Where to even begin? There is the bloatedness, then the swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin. Bet you are. Your nose feels like a small balloon in the middle of your face. It hurts when you honk it. It doesn't appear to be a particularly tiny nose either. Not with all the drinks it's absorbed for you. It's not. It's swollen and snail-like, wriggling between your fingers. Behold.
Well, he seems happy enough.
You have no idea who this thing is, do you? Too late. You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why? Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself. Oh my God. You can't stop. It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey? There might have been, 10 years ago. It's little more than a cadaverous spasm now. Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now. It's too late. Like an image on film. The expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. It would take a minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing it.
Let it be for now. Ah, well. Can I do anything else here? Just another quick look real quick. I can. Hey. What's in here? Can I not? Okay, it's locked, I guess. Whoa, I can actually run now.
Hello, officer.
Let's talk
The
to
young
her.
woman raises a cigarette to her lips. Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28.
No. Because you're a police officer, sir.
You're
I'm not.
shitting me.
Unless you've been shitting us all this time. You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less. Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking. Could it be because of the drinking? Of course. Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
Something stirs in you as she's about to go. Call it an instinct, a need. The need to ask questions. It's like you've said the words a million times before. She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
Yes? The dock workers are pretty cocky. They think they're police enough. At least here on the coast. I can't say about the rest of the city. There was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music. I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here. Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestration prime among them.
Oh, that. Yeah. Whoa. The less said about OO, the better.
Oh, were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on. I don't know about that. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped, and there was a change of pace. A slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of the time, you were yelling along to it. Yes, there was a church in there, a really small church, like the smallest, saddest church in the whole world. It was about that. And also, that it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a winded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it. Don't be. I was going out later anyway. It didn't bother me. Then you started screaming and trashed the place. No, it didn't sound like there was a fight. It sounded like someone was trashing their room. A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out. There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable. I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then, around 4 or 5. And that was it. You're in a hostel, sir. We are in Revachol.
Revachol is the disgraced former capital of the world, divided into zones of control under foreign occupation. Half a century after a failed world revolution, she is central to our moment in time.
Revachol forever.
Forever and ever.
And ever, out of the corner of your eye, you see the hair on the back of your hand standing on end. It feels as though low-grade lightning is coursing through you. You must be hypersensitive from the hangover.
Tell me, is it 5-1 now?
It's 51. The current century?
What's that? What number?
Centuries don't have numbers. They have names. And this is the current one.
How many centuries have there been?
Civilization has existed for 8,000 years, sir. You're right. There is nothing funny about civilization. Glad to have been of assistance.
Thanks. I got some XP though. X. Why can't I select the thing? Why? What? Can I not select things now? What the heck? Can I not? Okay, I can click on things. Huh. Why am I not able then? Okay, there we go. Now I'm freaking able to try. Weird. Alright, let's make sure there's nothing else. Oh. Something on the table. Take. Oh, well. My other shoe! Yay, I got shoes. Gust of briny wind washes over.
There they both are. Two identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet, like two baby crocodiles.
Hey, these don't look like normal cop shoes.
It's pretty clear a normal cop is not what you are.
How do they
Good,
fit?
they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
Good, that's nice. The smell of the sea makes you dizzy. Are we sure that's why I'm dizzy? I want a hat. I also need some glasses. Oh, I still can't do the map now.
You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray, light it up, and smoke the living shit out of it.
Am I a
Who
smoker?
knows what you are? A monster, a murderer, the gnome of Jeroma? You feel like a smoker, especially when you look at that juicy, succulent, seductive cigarette stub, still smoldering deliciously.
But she broke it at the filter. I can't smoke that.
How very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual. You should look for a whole cigarette, or better yet, an entire pack. Strike that. A carton. Make sure they're all healthy and able-bodied. Then smoke them all.
Well, I'll think about it.
Good. Thinking about yummy cigarettes in your mouth is the next best thing. Make sure you think about juicy sticks of tobacco all the time, though. It doesn't count if it's not all the time. And when you're done thinking about them, graduate to getting them. Plus, smoking them gives massive bonuses.
Massive bonuses? Well, I gotta have me some bonuses. Oh, yes. Nothing on the front page rings a bell. Strange. Alright. Whoa, what are we about to do, dude? I wanna go this way. Oh, there are people. Where am I? Where am I? Oh, okay. This is where the lyrics would be. Oh, wait, no, I don't want to go back up. That's what I was gonna do. Big old karaoke mic, just waiting for someone to sing to it. The speaker's connected to the radio. The music is seasoned with static.
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
My soul is modest. It's normal
Exactly.
sized.
It's measured, level-headed, and it needs to be heard through a PA system. By other people.
What should I sing when it comes to
You
it?
should sing the sad small church song from that tape you found. Thought it was obvious.
I was thinking maybe I should sing something happy, like from those ostentatious orchestrations.
No. Don't sing the happy song. It's stupid. Sing the sad song. It's profound. You would need another copy of the tape first, though. The one upstairs is destroyed.
Oh, goodness. Oh, gosh. Okay. Hi, sir.
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. That was disdain in his eyes. Even now he's purposely ignoring you. A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall. This is the Great Skua. The seabird is the symbol for the discovery of the Insulindian Isola, the part of the world you are in right now.
Look, your buddy is over there. Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead. A competent looks like this is the Great Skua. The seabird is the symbol for the discovery of the Insulindian Isola.
Look, your buddy. Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
He pretends not to hear you.
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
He's very animated all of a sudden. This seems like a touchy subject.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, you're a hero. A real hero cop.
Could the massive property damage upstairs have anything to do with this?
Yes, you are. A real decorated hero. What
Bad
did you
idea.
not do? First you took the body down, then you solved the murder, then you didn't trash my hostel room. Maybe you even negotiated the strike.
I'm guessing I didn't do any of those
You're
things.
right, you didn't, and it's only taken you 3 days not to. No, I haven't seen you around. I'm not always here.
Looks down again and keeps plucking at the bird. Alright, I'll leave him alone for now. Oh, autosave. Good. Menu is by white clean, only the word Monday is written on it. A woman's hand wrote yesterday's menu. Today starts in a man's handwriting. Sure, I'll take... Oh, it's a healing item. I thought that was a fire extinguisher. Okay. This is a water cooler. A large bubble is rising to the surface. The soft purr of an electric juicer comes from the kitchen. Someone is working. The door is bolted. The sign reads, "Kitchen reserved for personnel until 1300 hours." Sign reads, "Mess hall reserved for union members." Door opens at 16. Summer door closed for the winter. Okay. Whoa. A bottle of rum has been knocked over. Beautiful dark liquid is spilling out. A man is sleeping at the table, wearing mud-caked boots and rolled-down overalls. The back of his shirt reads "Wild Pines," encircled by a logo with a
On the
tree.
counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine. The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait. Use magnesium to heal your morale if you have morale damage.
Okay. I can't go that way? Not at all? Alright. Oh, wait.
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already?
Not now.
Oh, excuse me. Do you have something better to do than lust for sweet syrupy rum and lemonade? With a twist of lemon? Maybe lime. Maybe who cares? Just rum?
Royal pinball machine is unplugged. Aw.
Hello, sweetie. You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
She nods towards the man in the orange bomber jacket. There we go.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name.
Let's try it. Hi.
Concentration makes you
Hey.
squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go.
It's not yet time.
Okay then. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
I haven't.
Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
No.
So, the body is still in the tree.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
Let's get
After
moving,
you,
then.
officer.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
You mean you don't have a badge? Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I advise you to try to locate it as quickly as possible, but getting the body down should still take precedence.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
Alright. We'll get the badge back once we're done. Doing what we need to do. Okay, yeah, we need to talk to him first.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
Are you kidding me?
Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective.
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions. His face expresses profound doubt in your having this.
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there. That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then, to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through. I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job. What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him. She went away because none of your business.
Have they not been telling you you're a cop?
Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her number. That's why Sylvie went away. I hope you appreciate that.
Thank you.
I asked an employee out. She didn't want to come, but felt obliged to. It was a bad idea. Now, what is so goddamn fascinating about that for you? It's got nothing to do with the lynching. Good for you. Was there something else? I'd like to get back to what I was doing.
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
Yeah, I won't be able to make that.
Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
The IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money.
Wow, you're a genius. Yes, that's right, money. You owe this establishment 130 real. Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. So don't try to tell me you didn't. That will be 40 real in damages. Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130 real. And yes, real is still money. What are you, a philosopher?
Since I woke up, man, I have trouble remembering the most basic concepts of reality.
Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room, or 8 bottles of potent blend, and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really. Yes, it is. No, you see, that's 40 cents. Cents are a form of currency 100 times smaller than the real. I'm not even going to take this. Come back when you have 130 real.
Okay. Whoa.
The cafeteria manager stands silently, looking at the coppers on the counter before him. Isn't it evil? The order of magnitude between what is asked of a person and what they have.
Darkness ride.
It does, doesn't it?
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber.
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
Officer, maybe you're better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away.
I'll see what I can do.
I'm sorry I couldn't help more. You should take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car, okay? We have to get this investigation started now.
Good luck.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank. and this place sure isn't it. But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
Up on Marble
Why did you
Hill.
say that?
Lieutenant Kitsuragi, do you know a place called Marble
No.
Hill?
But isn't that an expression, not a place? A
Expression.
saying, up on Marvel Hill, a great high place, one that is impossible to climb back to.
That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
I'll live in a dumpster, I don't care. Fuck everything. Hobo cop. No, I'm not gonna be hobo cop. I want this cop to turn his life around, dang it. Gotta trace the way back somehow to the exact street, the exact number on a building.
You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment will appear.
Lonesome long way home. Cool. Alright. Let's talk to our...
Yes?
I think you should know that I can't remember anything.
No response. He just arches his brow. He's having trouble processing it, believing it even.
I don't know if I should be telling him there's drinking involved. Okay,
The
forget it.
moment passes. The lieutenant glances at the sports watch on his wrist.
What do you want to know?
Literally anything about it. I can't remember a single
Maybe you
thing.
can tell me what you do know to help me narrow it down a bit. Do you want me to brief you?
Brief. Yes, that sounds good.
3 days ago, the RCM emergencies desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute. A security guard or worker of some sort hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth. They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex.
Why hide themselves?
There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that. That's us, the Revachol Citizens Militia. We're the police in this city.
The RCM, or the Revachol Citizen Militia, is the police force you and him are part of. A self-organized peace corps of the occupied city of Revachol. The RCM operates within a legal twilight, yet its authority is rarely questioned. It's super useful to know this.
Of course. Yes, I understand everything.
Just to
now.
be clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find the killer. That's the case. Uncover and arrest the killer.
If we're from different precincts, why are we on the same
I'm
case?
afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
What do you mean?
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it.
You know what I'm in on? Retrograde amnesia.
Better still than an imbecilic cop-off.
Cop-off?
It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim.
You should tell me now. This seems relevant.
Later. Was there anything else you wanted to know about the case?
Would you say this is a mysterious case?
It's not a particularly mysterious case. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that.
Personally, I think labor disputes are
Then you
very
are in luck,
mysterious.
because we are in the midst of a major strike by the dock workers union. Maybe more than that. The union clearly wants a piece, not just of the industrial harbor, but the Wild Pines Corporation itself.
Is this a strike then? Or the first shots in a workers' coup?
I expect the case itself to be less challenging than navigating these community matters. This district isn't used to the RCM's presence, and the union rarely overplays its hand, as it appears to have done in this case.
Wait, so this is a strike? Or an attempted coup?
Strike, coup, revolution, it's brigandage, however you parse it.
You feel something rising through you, a familiar feeling, an opinion taking form.
That's funny. I don't think grounding one or the other side into pig's feet will do anyone favors. I am really, really smart.
When I said we have to navigate community matters, I did not mean we have any say in them. I meant we should be careful. If we are not, the shit will blow right in our faces.
From an imaginary fan.
Now, was there anything else you wanted to know about the case?
Actually, I have all the
Good.
need for now. Talk about
Me?
you.
I don't
Yes,
see
you.
how my life is pertinent to the investigation.
Come on, Lieutenant, open up a little.
If you insist. What do you want to know?
You're wearing
That's
glasses.
correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
Just
I
as
guess
really-
you don't need glasses, then. That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. It's not an interesting topic.
What is Salem?
It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity and a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting.
Seoul is a protectionist, isolationist, pan-Isolari state west of the Insulindian Isola. Actually, it's quite interesting. Some would even say mysterious.
You're only making it sound uninteresting. I just want to know more
You're
about
barking
Seoul.
at the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul. I'm a regular Revacholière.
Tell me a secret
No.
about yourself. Tell me a secret.
Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. Something is paralyzing them. You're pretty sure it has something to do with the lieutenant's eyebrow. It's like you're locked down.
What's happening?
Something the matter, detective?
What's going on? It's like you're a puppet in his hands.
Give up. There's nothing you can do.
The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control of yourself.
Do you ever talk with
What
yourself?
do you mean?
You know, when you're thinking, do you ever have conversations with, like,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
the music just get louder?
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary.
So you say Mary never just chimes in with advice or warnings or anything?
I can't say that it does. When I need to think, I just use my notebook.
Holy cow. There.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. We all have our different mediums. His is written. You're super lucid, yet psychedelic. You don't need office supplies to connect to your nervous system. You're special.
That's all for
Good.
now.
Let's change the subject.
See you in the
Excuse
following-
me?
Nothing.
You
just
have
observing.
a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you, we would surely collide.
What do you mean
I hope you
distinctive?
don't take this the wrong way. It's just a collegial observation. In the 57th, we call it the Jamrock Shuffle. Officers from Jamrock's 41st Precinct tend to move a bit erratically.
How's that?
They say it's a scene-clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence. It's erratic, yet thorough. Prioritizes containers.
You're kidding me. Why containers?
I don't know. Containers contain, I guess. I'm making assumptions. We should move on.
Alright, let's go. Out this one? Which one? Ooh. Let's see with him if we can wake this guy up.
The worker is in a deep slumber.
No idea. Looks like he works for Wild Pines, the logistics company who owns and operates the harbor.
But why is he sleeping during the day?
Possibly because there's a strike going on in the harbor. There's not much to do aside from drinking and sleeping.
Even. Let's try.
You gently shake his shoulder, but nothing happens. This man could probably sleep soundly in a ship's engine room.
Dang. Oh well. So there are ways of making it easier then. Heaps of snow melts in this wheelbarrow.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
You sound surprised.
We don't see a lot of police around here, that's all.
I have some questions for you.
Of course. What can I help you with?
We need directions.
Of course. Where to?
Where am
What
I?
do you mean?
I'm a bit disorientated. This is Rivishall, right?
Yes, sir. District of Martinez. This intersection is called Roundabout North.
He knows where we are. He just wants directions.
What is up in the
There's
north?
the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some more tenements. Not a lot, really. The
To the
harbor
east?
gates, some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local politics. A fleet store, too. Some
South?
shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Some kind of accident, probably.
What's on the other side of the canal?
Just coast. There's a little fishing village there, and a fish market. But that got closed down ages ago.
West?
It's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. There are some islands in the bay, but they're hard to reach.
Like
oh,
for a dead
that.
body.
That's right there, in the yard.
She's relieved someone has come for it, finally.
Thanks. That's
No
all for now.
problem.
Oh, wait. Who are you exactly?
Me? I am just a gardener.
Good to meet you, just a gardener. Another question.
I
then.
am pleased to meet you too, officer.
Who are you
Me?
exactly?
I am just a gardener.
Cool. And what are you doing
I am
here?
working.
Working.
I
on
have
what?
a greenhouse in the yard there. I've been trying to get some work done.
But
Well, as you already know, there's a corpse there, hanging from a tree. It smells pretty bad. so I have to take breaks.
Don't worry, miss. We are here to clean it up. You can get to work soon.
Thank you. My head is about to explode from all the salts I've had to inhale. Of course. I won't hold you back.
Big go home. The street game is illegible. Yes, segment. Oh, there we go. But street sign says, yeah, okay. Let's make that call real quick.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. The Caprice Kinema motor carriage. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. The frequency tableau lights up, and a green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens, radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
Hi, Alice. This is the police officer from the 41st Precinct speaking. Nice to meet you.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Could you connect me to the 41st Precinct? I have something I need to report.
Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over.
The man uses relay code. You got this. You're a cop, and cops know relay code.
10-4, Station 41. I got an urgent business. Over.
10-4, message received. 10-5, relay message. What's your status? Over.
Just reporting in. Over.
10-18, state your message, sir.
I need to report my badge
10-9,
missing.
over.
My badge. I can't find it anywhere. Basically, it's gone.
10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge?
Say nothing.
Who lost his badge? Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
Alright, so that's who we are. We're Dick Mullen. Cool, finally.
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Wait, what? Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Haha, officer's lost his badge. Haha, like I'm the first cop to ever misplace his
He
badge.
says this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically.
Oh god damn it. Is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be dicked for this.
Satellite Officer Vikmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station. Over.
Mullen dicked us.
I'm not doing that. Come on, operator. Tell him to stop. This is serious. No, can't we just move on? I want to get it reported and be done with it.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fine, I'll try to look for
Fuck
it.
me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now?
His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
Could you all please just stop saying lost his badge for a
He
moment?
asked you to please stop saying he lost his badge.
Why? Did he find it?
Sergeant Person was wondering if you found your badge yet. Over.
You don't have a comeback. Sorry. It's hard to think like this.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it.
Enough
Then
of
9,
this.
come again. I didn't get that. Over.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun too.
Sergeant Person wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you?
Oh, no. Oh.
Okay, it's gone. Your gun is most definitely gone.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Oh, it's even. Convince them that you didn't lose your gun. Boom!
Lying over the
Hey!
phone? It's easy. Just say it like it's the truth. And then it becomes it.
No, of course I didn't lose
He
my
says he
gun.
didn't.
Thank God for that. That would have been a nightmare. I don't even want to imagine the poor prick who has to relay that kind of news to the captain. Losing his badge is bad enough. Tell him to find it and fast. We can't have some gangbanger running around with it.
We're all glad to hear you've not lost your gun, officer. You need further assistance. Over.
Listen, I've actually lost my gun too. No, I'm in. Oh God, I'm in dire need of financial
10-4,
assistance.
I hear you. I don't have the authority to grant your request, but
What does he want now?
he's asking for money.
Is he fucking kidding?
No.
I don't think he is.
Don't give that asshole anything. He's just gonna drink it all.
Alright, that's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over.
It's paramount to the investigation that you.
He
grant me
says
more
it's
money.
important to the case.
He isn't getting a red cent. You can tell him that.
Request denied, sir. Over.
Please, I'm begging you here. I don't have a place to sleep
He
tonight.
says he's in trouble. Doesn't have a place to sleep.
Well, I guess he'd better crack the case.
Vigmar said...
Okay, I heard you. no
Anything
funds.
else, sir? Over.
This might sound odd, but there's personal details I'd like to discuss.
Okay, 10-4, sir. I hear you. Relay your question.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through.
What's there to
You're
think
going
about?
to be looking at a straitjacket if you tell everyone you lost your memory. Be smart about it.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question.
Hold on, are you alone in the room? I need some confidential information.
That's
about
a negative, sir. I got 10-12 visitors present here. Over.
I want to know if you got my badge's description right in your report. Can you read it to me? Name, rank, date of birth?
What? What is it? He's still on the line?
He wants to verify the information on his badge.
But of course, it says Dick Mullen, High General of the Revacholian Cavalry Force.
Tell him to stop wasting time.
What do you need, sir? Over.
Have I ever told you about my
10-4.
life?
Well, that's,
Does he actually want something, or is he hell-bent on disrupting our work?
He asked if he ever told me about his days before joining the RCN.
For God's sake, cut this shit out! Tell him to stop wasting...
Sir, Satellite Officer Vikmar says... So, was there anything else? 10-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir. Over.
Stop calling me sir, just use my real goddamn name, will you? Say my name.
What? What is it?
He seems intoxicated and keeps us...
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive.
Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his drunken antics.
Yeah.
Understood, sir. Over.
10-10. Transmission complete. Standing by. Over and call with...
Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
Close the door for now. I want to mess with this stuff. Okay, I need to find my gun. Oh my god. That's that's so freaking bad. No, and I lied about it. I regret that. Someone must know something about your lost firearm. Maybe a district authority, like someone high up in the union, or someone local who saw you with it before you passed out. Whirling's absent bartender. You could also ask the local pawn shop. Find any information you can on the gun. Oh, I have temporary research bonus. Let's rewind. Let's trace your drunken cess back home. Jump across the raised channel bridge southwest of here, fall over, get up, get off the asphalt in 20 minutes, shuffle your feet through the courtyard, scaring little children. Go under the great raised motor track, the 881 until you reach the domain eminent in north Jamrock. The streets are frozen this time of year, caked with ice. Walk down Main to Perdition. There's a side alley there and your footprints in the mud. Yeah, let's talk to some people about my gun.
Hello again, officer. How are things? Excuse me? Oh, well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go inside real quick because I need to ask people about my gun.
Hello, sweetie.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Who's Sweetie?
Why, you are, officer.
Maybe I am.
And have you found anyone to be sweet to?
I don't really want to talk
I'm
about
sorry
that right
if I was being overly familiar. I know we've only just met. You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
Sweeties, seem to do Sweeties. Ay. You seem to be
Yes,
okay.
dear. I'm a paraplegic.
A paraplegic is someone with limited or no ability to use the lower half of their body. Paraplegia is caused by spinal cord injuries, like falling from a great height, or a grenade explosion.
Sorry, it was rude of me to mention the wheelchair. Let's move on.
That's quite all right. I'm used to people asking questions. I know they're thinking about it anyway.
How do you like to roll with me?
Whatever do you mean?
I want you to be my wheelchaired partner in fighting crime, righting Ridding backyards of corpses, catching sequence killers.
Sequence killers? Oh my.
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree.
Kim, of course, I forgot I had you! I know, but there are also side mysteries, sequence killers, and forays into the paranatural. You're probably right,
It
Kim.
seems to me that you lucked out with your partner. He has the look of an upstanding officer of the law. Someone you can lean on, and sweetie, you are looking unsteady.
I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't know where I am, or what I'm doing, or anything.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
I hope you're right. I hope it's not too bad.
You know where we are, right?
The Whirling in Rags cafeteria? It was on my keys.
That's right. And where is the Whirling in Rags cafeteria itself located?
In Revachol.
Yes, indeed. We are in the fine city of Revachol.
Honestly, I don't know diddly squat about Revachol. What kind of place
How
is
would I
this?
even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're
I'm glad
fortunate
I
to
didn't
be
call
here,
it
you and I.
crap.
I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days. Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes? That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always be rewarded.
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you there, but now she relaxes her shoulders.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
Some kind of democracy, maybe?
Nope. Sadly not. Revachol is what's called a zone of control, under an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have no government of our own, and what democracy we have is market-driven.
Meaning, buying is voting.
It is quite disappointing, yes. A lot of people would like some form of representation. There's talk, but for now, the RCM is all we've got.
There's no government. How come there are cops?
Oh dear. And you were doing so well. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution.
Revolution.
But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
So, how'd I do?
You were doing quite well up until the end there. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things. History and places. Remembering reality in a word. It's very odd.
A sigh. The lieutenant buries his nose in his notebook.
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often temporary, so I wouldn't worry too much. Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
No, I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
I gotta get
Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
I'm not gonna ask her for money. I'm not that.
Can I help you?
By the way, I'm gonna
Absolutely out of the question.
Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place to shit. Your body is ready, sire.
What thing? What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business. He wasn't pan-fried, he was lynched. What could the kitchen possibly have to do with... Fine, okay. The kitchen is closed until 1 p.m. because the cook is working. You can snoop around after that, if you must. Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info. We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
There are these things called days. You sleep between them. He's saying they'll come after you've slept. Just making clear you got that.
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Goodbye. Okay. We'll do the thing now. Oh, no. I won't oh.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. This button looks new, but someone has removed...
Huh. This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
We'll leave for now.
This Post Lavantore mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front.
Good mail delivery box.
The box seems happy. Eat
Good.
shit, pig, fucked by the coon, and St. G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and best set mailbox also.
Ben, mail collection box, you should man
The
fuck
mailbox
up.
does not know how to man up. It is an inanimate object.
Alright, let's do the thing. First, we do have a thing. Pen with a green ape head on one end. The ape is closed its eyes, a kind expression adored his face. It seems to be meditating. Cool. Gosh, I need that. I really...
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
Reconstruct the movement.
The tire tracks were left here by an unknown event that took place some days ago. It's a message, written in the language of burnt rubber. Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front of the whirling in rags. This is point A. The driver started there, and then accelerated straight into the fence, left a hole big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry, according to the cafeteria manager. The driver proceeded to back out of the yard, barely stopping before hitting the adjacent building. before heading south. Must have been in a hurry.
You are correct. This is a rather motor carriage-friendly city.
Is connected to the case?
I'm not sure. There are plenty of traffic accidents waiting to happen in Martinez. With the jam right here on the roundabout, I would keep them separate.
You could follow the track south. There seems to be a canal there. See where they went, if you find the time.
Oh, I can level up. Do I need to select something to level up? Oh, and they level up after I do things too. Ooh. Oh, but they go down if I fail. Oh, or bonus from items. Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. If I need to choose one, I'm gonna go with endurance. I want better endurance. For now, anyway. Alright. Smells like spoiled meat, curdled dairy, a human being decomposed.
Kuno's got this!
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness, like a gremlin.
Oh yeah, nappa gumpy, Kuno!
Hey kid, a word. Please business.
Right in the dick, Kuno! Get him right in the dick!
Love it in the dick!
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
Hold on, what does that mean?
The kid is obviously high.
Stop getting high at my crime scene!
Kuno, yeah! Right in the mouthhole!
Shits himself?
The rake, Kuno! You should throw the rake at him, Kuno!
The fuck? Does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
Are you kids
The
siblings?
fuck are you talking about?
He's calling us Kuno! He says we're fucking each other!
Look, I have questions for
Alright,
you.
entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
I gotta ask. Who's Kuno?
Kuno's Kuno, pig?
It's always Kuno, never I. Clearly the kid's using the third-person perspective as a shield.
Interesting. You refer to yourself in the third person to distance yourself from the situation.
Kuno doesn't do that smart shit. Don't throw that bullshit at Kuno. Kuno knows you're lying. Trying to get Kuno hooked on the book.
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you!
The thing behind the fence starts squealing, shrill and violent like a fire
Help!
alarm.
Pig's got Kuno! Help! Rape!
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
Just answer
Help!
the question.
He's digging his...
Escalate, Kuno! His dick is out! You're afraid!
Pigs in there, Kuno! Somebody, please!
How did we get here? How did this happen? This makes no sense. There may still be a way out. Just appeal to his reason.
Are you high right
Help!
now?
Misters, help! He's flashing Kuno! He's showing his genitals! If you don't help Kuno now, it'll be too late!
Who put you up
No
on
one?
this?
Kuno's doing this because he likes it, pig.
This is where Kuno establishes dominance over you. Change of plan. You can't let that happen. It will make things harder down the line. You may end up missing crucial information.
Help! The pig's gagging him! Kuno can't speak!
You put him up to this yourself when you decide.
Listen to your friend. Help! The RCM is trying to fuck Kuno in the ass. Look.
For emphasis, a ghost is saying this. A shit-eating psychopathic.
I know you wanted to hit me. You got that I'm gonna fuck that Kuno up look that Kuno's dad gets. The murder look. The rage look.
Relax. He can't read your mind. He doesn't know you were thinking that. There's a dead body, remember? That's what you were doing here. You're a cop on a case.
I don't want to do the... How do you know that? You can't see inside my head. Can you read my mind, Kuno? No. Why don't we
I know what you thought. I'm gonna fuck that Kuno up. I'm gonna shut that shit down. You know what? You should have, because now you're nothing. You're a joke to Kuno. Kuno laughs at you. King Kuno!
Kuno turned you into his prison, bitch! You're gonna be in this shit with Kuno!
No, you're not. We can just leave.
Bitch, you're gonna be in this shit with Kuno forever!
A peepo is a type of hat, by the way.
Nice
You don't talk to me about my fucking peeper! You don't know where I come from! You're just Kuno's bottom bitch!
Whatever. I had some questions about the crime scene.
Kuno is kind to his bitch. Ask your questions, but remember, this changes shit.
Click, 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 click!
Very low. About the crime scene, you kids often play in
Right,
this
pig?
yard?
This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it? Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Shitload, pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno! Pig's choking! He's totally choking! Fucking idiot Mulkapa! Doesn't know any questions!
Yeah? Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a... Kuno
Okay,
doesn't
I'm off.
fucking...
The corpse
Oh,
looks
God.
at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
hold my weight.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
Come on!
Maybe more than 12. No, 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud. 1. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 46. 2. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 3. Hobnailed work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 43. 4. Standard work boot, number 45 or 46. You don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints apart as it is. The cold must have preserved them. 5. Another standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 6. An aberration, light as air, even pace, same make of boot, but number 41. Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. The gait is undeveloped.
Pretty good at this, aren't
You're
I?
not bad. It's as if the whole world darkens. Everything else has a thin film of unimportance on it, and the tracks burn in the middle of it, in a strange, beautiful way. 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46. But the imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms. 8. And yet another standard work boot, number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole, however. The right sole is smoother, more worn.
How many? I was pretty off then. I counted 20.
Same guys going back and forth.
I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary?
Light step.
A woman
4 to 1
or a
shield.
kid?
Could be a
Okay.
kid.
How do you know?
He knows it's hard to discern sex from a person's gait.
I don't.
Understood. Anything else?
Heavy one. 200 kilograms.
200? Could it be the combined weight of 2 people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built, soon-to-be-dead man.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
One of them is
Possibly,
carrying him.
yes.
But why?
You're thinking, why did they have to carry him?
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows.
Maybe the victim wasn't
Even
conscious.
easier to carry on a stretcher, or between 2 men. Anyway, it's for future consideration. What else can you see?
An aberration. One soul smoother
Interesting.
than the other.
Let's name it the odd soul.
Have any ideas, Lieutenant?
Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer?
So one of the people we are looking for is a drummer?
No, it's not. Forget I said it. We are not looking for a drummer. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right. We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no? Mm-hmm.
How old do you think these
A week,
strikes are?
maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Indeed, they all stood in a row here and looked at the tree. Yes, everything fits so well. Carried him over, hoisted him up, watched him hang. This is easy.
I think we have a firm understanding of what happened here.
The lieutenant's eyes narrow. He's thinking to himself.
Either way. What else?
We've been through it.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. Because it's nice and orderly, well-laid pallets, easy on the eyes. Rhythmic pattern calms your mind. Mammals like this stuff. It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack.
Man.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material.
Alright, fine. Anything else? I don't want to talk to that kid.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, "Whirling in rags." Well, it is a container. Maybe you're prioritizing it.
We could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage, or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
He might also have information. This is better than the pry bar idea.
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think.
Leave. I don't care about the kids for now. Or ever. Alright. Could I go in now? I guess not.
Can I help you? Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you. Prod at him and find out.
We need those
What
keys.
do you need them for?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
Bye. Let's go back up. Real quick.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting.
The option to go to sleep becomes available every night.
Okay, yeah, I don't want to rest
Kim also tries not to look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner. But it's all just too morbid to ignore.
I did it my way. I'm sorry for this.
No problem, officer.
Track here again real quick. Worry about that.
The door is closed.
You know what?
The door, there is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on. Somewhere inside, a tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you. The door is closed.
Leave. We'll knock later. Alright, so we got the keys.
This trash container is locked with a well-oiled crack. The lock pops open. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't. Just the feeling. A warning from some part of you. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
Okay.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
You see milk, an egg rest with one broken egg in it, some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below, and turbo noodles. Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer. Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too, a white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye. A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that...
Thrown out towel, a mug, that's all.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
You think someone from a whirling might have been involved, maybe?
Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked, and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container. It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels, mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey, what's this? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
I don't know what.
It is. Look, the plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
I'd rather not talk
Understood.
about it.
You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron.
Oh gosh. An
Only
antique.
in its social sensibility.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab in your inventory.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all. You said you didn't want to talk about the ledger. However, now that you have it back, it would not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Officially.
Yeah. Okay. But we can interact with multiple things. Oh gosh, this is the ledger you found in the trash. It's full of notes written in a man's dense cursive. Have a closer look. Maybe it can be salvaged to start keeping notes on the case.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Anything else?
There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor for you.
Inspect the
It's
toilet
just
paper.
toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want.
Maybe it's kitchen tissue. They look exactly
If you
the same.
want it to be kitchen tissue, it can be kitchen tissue. It's not though. It's toilet paper.
Take it off.
Still wet, the toilet paper, I mean kitchen tissue, sorry, peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off your finger and voila, the ledger now looks marginally better.
Smell. Inspect the clip.
An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip.
Run your
The
fingers
surface
across
is interrupted
the
by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before.
Hey, Lieutenant, what is this?
What? That thing. It's a halogen watermark. We use it for adding information to RCM property.
How can I
Any
read it?
capable light with the right wavelength will do.
Like, for
All RCM vehicles have had lights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine too.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
Interesting. What kind of information?
It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
Maybe yours will have how many cases you've solved.
That's all.
Okay.
Thank you.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, it's a sorry sight. They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible. Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken, not completed, mind you. It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average.
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes.
Arson, petty theft, spousal abuse. Handwritten logs on dozens of investigations date back to January 51. Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name. A title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration from snoop fiction and vespertine cop show staples. Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case.
Oh my god.
Others appear more light-hearted. The Guys on a Couch in an Unexpected Location, and The Murder at the Ukar Parlor. Even the rare article-free Collapsing Tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene? Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does. It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves. Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself. I pray his loved ones never find out. Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish. Once all the tasks are accomplished, the case is complete. The tasks you've completed flow out of the kind green ape pen in a brash freehand similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple, a language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Interview the cafeteria manager. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place. A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizens' militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
No, actually. Any ideas?
The Hanged Man.
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now.
Yay, we're
I'm going to start
bonding.
calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
It is good. Good.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
We'll come back.
In the back, you see thin, translucent copy paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out. Then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to type of form. 3. The topmost are misconduct fines, the middle ones are station calls, and the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work. A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields, but they appear pleasantly vague. These are quite sinister in turn. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing. A dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs. Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to dead guys. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copier paper. It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back you see the embossed letters, RCM. Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment? Permeables. It's not hidden per se. The compartment is made for permeable materials that would get damaged if something happened to it. The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center. With your hands, U4-sized pages hang from the clip screwed to the top of the board.
We'll come back to it.
The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner. The lieutenant observes you, raising and lowering the toilet waterlogged mass under your nose, trying to get a good whiff, a good analytical whiff.
Excuse me, I just have to ask again. How did it get in the trash?
Why not? I think I didn't want to... Honestly, I think I didn't want to be a cop.
I'm sad to hear that. In any case, we are lucky you found it. Make sure it's all in there. Official notes are... well, they are dangerous. They contain confidentialities. Now, if you'll excuse me, that thing has filled me with the sudden urge to make sure mine is in perfect order.
Hey, I might retry it. Okay, I'll try them then.
Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB41, then date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, HDB 41120111700, the Next World Mural. Why, yes, your precinct number is 41. Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. It's safe to say HDB are your initials.
Horace Derby Burringer?
That is improbable. It takes about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Where do you want to start?
Oh no. I'll do that later.
Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers still sags from the clipboard.
Can I try to open this now?
Is not what you end up doing. You squeeze the plastic to slide it open, but nothing happens. Then you bend it some, then crack it. The goddamn thing is stuck. The ledger quivers in your hand. As it shakes, the pages rustle. This pathetic mess suddenly afraid of you for some reason.
Interfacing. Alright. Okay, let's try
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much. Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
Oh my gosh.
But it was in the trash. Why not just call it out when you see it?
Okay.
It's just erase it.
Alright. Yay. Okay. Trash, read the watermarks. Oh yeah, we'll read the watermarks. Is there anything I need to do now with the body?
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that. The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected. More fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within.
Happens.
Too late. It's impossible to keep in. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet, and your throat stings from the stomach acid.
It's okay. Happens to everyone. Keep it. The hangover is clearly making these worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head. If you can handle the headache, some officers use it to deal with cadaverine odor. I can't handle the headache.
It's more likely he can handle the smell, unlike you.
That young woman, the gardener, mentioned she used salts for the smell. If she doesn't have any, there might be some in the fridge store nearby.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
Okay.
Hello again, officer. Sure, I'm done with them. Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache.
The worker is in a deep slumber.
Can I help you? thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for. How strange. I certainly didn't put them there. The trash collection service? CS Municipal. I don't see why they would...
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threats that solves itself down the road. Thank you anyway.
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene. I think fugue states are more your forte, officer. Yes. Another thing. Great. I love those. Yes.
Let's try going upstairs again.
The door is closed. Still no answer.
Okay. Want to see if she knew anything about my gun. Because I'm still concerned it's missing.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
Hopefully not having to sleep on the bench.
Life doesn't need to be a struggle. I'll be with you in a moment, officer. Let me just finish my sandwich. Talk to Angry Old René first.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, all right?
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never. No, you got this. There's the ball. You're the game.
Uh-oh, should I not have done that?
You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter, you'll make it work. God, this is right. You feel the familiar tremble of excitement and adrenaline that precedes every victory. Time has frozen. The cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth against your neck. It has a pattern on it, probably a sponsored ball. Yours would only be covered with bumps of learning and scars of victory. Already your muscles are adjusting to the weight, the nervous system calibrating, until you and the ball have merged into a single entity. The man ball is ready. A chilly breeze ruffles your hair as you stand there, feet firmly planted. All sounds, smells, even the wind, everything fades until the only thing left is the union of man and ball. An embodiment of pure motion, a fine-tuned locomotor running at maximum efficiency.
Yes.
Merde! Bordel de merde!
A whorehouse of shit? It wasn't whorehouse of shit. The shot was at least 23 meters, probably 24, and then some. Nothing to be embarrassed about.
What the hell is your problem?
No.
I don't care if you are a cop. You do not just ruin someone's game.
A man his age getting worked up like that? Better watch that blood pressure.
You vandalized our game, son. We can't play pétanque with 5 bull. Well, it damn well isn't. It's pétanque. You ruined a pétanque game. We want our bull back.
Take it easy, René. This is just a misunderstanding, isn't it, officer? No harm done.
Of course there's harm done, you orange slug. You owe us a goddamn bull. Good. Mistakes are forgiven, when men at least try to right their wrongs. I believe you will try. Now, why did you approach us?
Yes, why did you come here? It's unlikely they know anything about the murder.
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely. In Martinez, the union is the law, so can you really blame them? Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
He doesn't know about the crime. Your time is better spent discussing politics.
If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward. The daily business of the riffraff no longer concerns me.
'Tis true, sire. He knows nothing.
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game. I do. Fire from heavy artillery. Why what? Because that's what happens when communards hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home. Fine. What do you want now, then?
Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your Copo type. Yes. Guess what's yours? Yes, sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we? Oh, you know, Apocalypse, Superstellar, the advanced interesting cop, liquid shadow cop. But you're too sorry to say those things. So, here we go? What? Jealous of the sorry cop? I think they'll be fine. Don't worry. They'll be super fine. It'll be totally okay. You can dual Copo type from sorry to anything. No, you don't. Come on. You'll be back to saying sorry in 2 minutes. Stop wasting time and begin the repentance. Of course
Fine.
you are. It's okay. See if you can get something out of this, like info. Or maybe every time you say you're sorry, you get $1 million. That won't happen.
Damn. Damn. This game's calling me out. What the fuck? Okay.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open. Are you interested in a new and exciting book? It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games. It's called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses, little girl.
A postcard is a small cardboard picture. You can write a few words on the other side and send it to your friend or beloved. That is a book. They have stories inside them. It's like someone told you a story in a really long letter.
Just a second. I'll be right back. Okey-doke, I'm back.
Board games are like little games on a table, made to pass the time. There are several different ones, but sailors here mostly buy cards. My pleasure.
Thanks.
Anything else you'd like to know? Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
I'll see you around. Bye.
This coin-operated viewer is facing south. The instruction manual says to insert 25 centimes. Why place a tourist attraction in the middle of such poverty?
There was a revitalization project in '49. A design studio tried restoring Martinez to its pre-war glory. It didn't stick. They got as far as the street lamps and the statue on that intersection. Then something went sour. I suspect that something was Everard Clare, the union leader. He muscled them out. It's how it usually goes around here. We should have done something about the Union 10 years ago. That ship has sailed, officer.
Oh, wait, that's just the mailbox. But I have a bag, so I should be able to collect stuff, right?
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible. A thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. You spell out the word Onuk written on the other side, with N and C scribbled backwards. That's Kuno on the lens. Under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear. Behind the water lies a coast studded with concrete and reeds. On it, a church on stilts, lanky weather-worn wooden planks, an X-shaped cross topping its tower. You know this to be the Star of Pericanasis, or the Cairo, the central symbol of the Pericanassian Church, a star, a great moral height to be strived towards. Around the large wooden building you see chunks of sea ice gathered on the beach, and a small tent set up on the ice. The metal feels cold and wet under your palm. It looks unhygienic. Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out.
All right. Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
The dashboard lights up with orange glow. The rounds per minute gauge jumps, and the engine of the Caprice Canadian comes to life with a whiny growl. The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
There she is. Revachol West.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations. The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanema's headlights. A rat brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. A woman reprimands her in a voice no quieter than the child's cry.
Ah, Martinez. Let me see. right here. No, it does not.
There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows. The first row has 18 dots. The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some. You count 216 perforations. Considering that nice, large number, a wave of pride washes over you, though you can't say why precisely. The last row has 3 perforations. That's it.
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look.
Alpha male officers who are proud of their numbers often do. It's meant.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
I feel like I just went around apologizing all the time. Wait, 18
That's
years
what
I've
it
done
says.
this?
I might have guessed even longer based on your age. What did you do all those blissful years of your youth?
Got drunk
Yes,
like a megastar.
that does seem quite likely. Your youth coincided with some heady days for Revachol. But let's move on, shall we? This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see, wow, more than 200.
216.
It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
I used to be good. As some solace, I guess. What's the last number?
Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there.
So I'm a kill.
For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way. There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident. But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for. Everyone has their own method of coping, some more effective or self-destructive than others. Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies.
Yeah,
Anything's better than annihilating yourself with drugs and alcohol.
The lieutenant nods.
Right, I'll go turn off the lights.
You can now see your statistics on your journal page, to the right of the task description.
Cool. Alright. I think for right now, I'm going to save, but I do really like this game. I like this. This is funny. But yeah. I'll probably come back on later tonight. I don't know if I'm going to play this some more, if I might play a little bit of Pokemon, because I do need to grind on it for a little bit. I need to get Martell up. But for now, thank y'all. What I'm thinking is that since I'm so close to being done with Tales of Symphonia, I think the next 2 days over the weekend I'm going to focus on getting it done. The 4 side quests I want to get complete, I'll get complete. And then I might make this my next game that I'm going to, like, focus on, like I have been. Make it my new Tuesday, Sunday game. Or Wednesday, Sunday, not Tuesday, Sunday, Wednesday, Sunday. And once Pokemon's done, then I'll play Portal. Once I'm done with Pokemon. But yeah, I think that, because I like this. Alright. Thank you again for watching, everyone. Again, I'll probably be back. But yeah, tell me what you think. Come see the streams, and again, tell me what you think. I tend to be on around these times between 1 o'clock and 5 to 6, depends. So yeah. And again, I'm on YouTube, so you can comment on the videos there as well and let me know what you think. Also, like and subscribe on those and follow me on here. I appreciate it. I really do. But yeah, I'll leave it at that. Thank you again, and bye.